What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back at it again in this thing called the stock market, trying to extract money out of it. And we did that today, but we did it in a ugly way. When I say ugly, ugly is an understatement. Ugly is an understatement. It was a green morning, finished green, but we traded 2 hours to make 9 more cents than we made the first 10 minutes of the market. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the thumbnail watch list. Market's still running. It's about 11:45 right now. Look at what the doggone look at what the markets just did. I'm glad I'm done. Turn my cursor on there real quick. Look at the SPY just did. And man, my AC done kicked in. It is cold. Alexa, set thermostat to 78.
The AC is set to 78.
Cool. But this is what we were watching today. This is a hodgepodge. Some of these are what we started off watching from pre-market. Some of these were added to the watch list once the market was already opened. But we took a trade on NRGD right at the open of the market. We made $100.01 off of that thing. I said I was done trading. That's 2R. We good. We've been hitting some nice 2R mornings and calling it. Instead of me doing that, I took some trades and ended up getting myself flat on the morning. Then I went from flat to being down. And then I fought my way back to get green. So let's go ahead. Let's pull up TRADERVUE real quick. We'll look at the details. Reviewing trades for Friday, September 23rd. We took 15 trades. Closed P&L, $100.90. That's 90 more cents than we made on the first trade. Look at these trades, y'all. We were scrapping just to try to get even. So we took that one and we went down 75. Now we're down 25. Worked our way back to flat. Took this FedEx trade. Let's look at this one real quick, man. This was a short. Not a very good looking short, but I was at least trying to get it back down to low of the day. Thought I had that much room in it. This was the bounce candle. The market had started bouncing. I took this trade. I had my stop at break even. This thing jumped like it was going to hit me at break even, and then out of nowhere it stopped me out full. And I heard my computer chiming, and I'm thinking, okay, I got out break even. I look and I'm down $55. I'm like, son of a biscuit. Hold on. Let's go back at that one real quick. Let's see. Where is it at? Let's see if TRADERVUE has details yet. Nope. Still no details on that one. I wanted to see what the max unrealized gains were on that one. So after that one, now we're back red again. Took these trades and I was up $6. I was up $6 and some change. I guess I was up $6.90 at that point. Then I took this trade. I got in this trade. The stop was 80 cents. Let's see. 80 cents should have been 60 shares. I bought 200 shares. I was way over share sized. And I took this trade off of that bottom and tail. And I just stuck with it, y'all. This thing went against me a good little ways. It's not showing the rest of the morning yet, but I was red a good bit on this one. Actually more red than my 1R, but I kind of had faith in this trade and I stuck with it. Instead of me putting the target where it would have been on 200 shares, I brought it down to where it would have been a 2R trade. And that's basically what we made on it, was 2R. And that got us back even. It's amazing because I didn't have it. I don't think I had it set at $94 exactly. So for it to put me out at 2R on the day was kind of good. But look at this chart over here. That's crazy. All of that just to get up in here. We got up a few dollars, tank it back out, back up green, and then right back where we started at in the morning. Let's see if this one's going to show details. And if not, then we're going to go straight into the video. This one does. So this one went and gets us a half R and we hit target on it. But yeah, it's ugly morning. Ugly morning. Let's look at this. This one just blazed me. This one peekabooed me in here at the high. Bad entry. Horrible entry. Got blazed on it. As you can see, it never went in our favor. Those are the trades that I have kind of gotten smart on not taking. And then I went and I took that one. This is another one. High of day. It's bad. You get blazed on those. And that's exactly what I did. I got blazed. So ugly day of trading to finish the same way we started off the first trade. But let's go ahead. Let's get the video pulled up. I am not going to try to go through all of these trades. Let's pick out a few. We'll look at the first one. We'll look at the next two, which is FIS. Let me go ahead and get the video started. Yeah, we'll look at the first one. This one's going to come in fairly quick. I was watching this Tesla, or maybe 3-bar play. It didn't happen. But yeah, just ugly. So this was our first trade of the morning right here. Thought this was a good trade. Initially missed this 5-minute breakout. This one here, you could just have an order sitting in the system. I had an order sitting in for that to break right there with the stop down there. This is already target. So we missed that initial one. Maybe looking for a 3-bar play. That didn't happen. So I ended up giving this a little extra room. Let's see. I don't think I got my numbers yet. Let's see what we were getting in. Okay. Off the 1 minute, that's a 79-cent candle. Let's see what we set our stop at over here. So 79 cents. Come on. What do we got left in this one? Okay. Got about 50 seconds before we get in it. So now we're checking that candle. Check that one. So 79 cent was that range. We give it $1. So we give it a full $1. It's going to be 50 shares. We sized in right, and this thing is already running. The good thing was we gave it more. See, we still within our $1. So I can get in right there because the stop is still going to be where I put it at. But we did get in a little late. So let's go ahead. Let's scroll this on through while it's moving and look at it. Like, oh, snaps. Let's watch it. Keep scrolling it through. You see me keep kind of adjusting the stop on it because I didn't have full confidence. And then once it popped, I was like, okay. And that there just speaks to like letting that trade work if you got confidence in it. So I come over here and I look at the VIX. With all of this junk over here, this was going to be a fairly hard trade to kind of decipher with all of that junk. So I'm gonna speed it up. We didn't do nothing with that there. Let's speed it on up. So we come over. I'm looking at Rio. This wasn't on the watch list, but this was one that Evan was, I think he either took a trade or he was looking to take a trade. I didn't really see nothing on there that I liked, so kept it moving. Now look, we back at NRGD. Strong, 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 strong. I just said I'm getting out for target. Possibly could have traded this 2-minute bar by bar once it got close to target, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna get target and we're gonna call it a 2R morning. So that's what I should have been doing. And look, you see it kind of pulling back after it hit our target. This thing does continue to rip though. Let's watch it and see. So see, let's go back. So if we was going 2-minute bar by bar, I could have came and brought my stop up to right there once that bar finished. Let's keep going up. So now we're back at the VIX. I had mentioned to Evan that it gave a good buy setup. But again, that junk right there. Come over, look at the 1 minute. Still looking good. Gave a nice little 3-bar play on a breakout, which I definitely would not have taken coming off of this junk. But this buy setup actually was not bad. Bottom and tail, right at the VWAP, and it had already given 2R. 4 minutes would have been 2R. But again, this junk over here to the left is what kind of scared me from taking that trade.
Good solid trade this morning, right out the blocks.
And I come in my volume. Let me cut that down.
Watch this real quick.
So there you see the watch list.
We are watching. We traded this one right
See,
here.
if we was doing 2-minute bar by bar, we're good there.
Now it's been a trade.
The next one I could bring up there.
Nice little pullback. FedEx on the list to go short. It's running.
Yeah, and you see the market, it came. Actually, no, that's not the line. This is another line where actually right there you see you can barely see a green line right there. Yep, and there go. Look at the VIX. That's the one that I hate I missed this morning. Good solid trade. So let's go ahead. Let's kind of scroll through. See if I see anything to kind of point out. Again, 2-minute bar by bar. I'm right there already over target. And then look, it's still ripping. So right there would have been already in the money or actually over target. So if this thing comes back tags right there, we still good. Would have made our target. So here's FIS. FIS blazed us this morning. What time do we take the first one? 9:55. So I'm gonna scroll this up. This was not one that was on my watch list. This was one that popped up on the previous high of day scanner. So I'm looking at BP because I wanted to get in a trade on BP. You see VIX was another one that popped up on the ATXI. That wasn't one that I really was interested in trading. But I was looking at this to pull back. Look at that thing. Remember, we got out way over here. That thing is probably up 3R right there. We'll keep on scrolling through. And this was not really a good trade. We still got about 2 minutes, but I wanted to see a clean pullback, not this big bottom and tail. So I'm looking at this bottom and tail on the 1 minute. Thing is, that's gonna be the stop for that bar, and it doesn't have enough room up to first area of concern. So that right there should have told me not to take this trade. Let me speed it on up. We'll look at it. Speed it up. So you see where my stop is at. My stop is way down there. I'm in the trade. You can't even see where my target is at because it's way up there. But first area of concern, if this thing does not set a new high, or it doesn't break that high and just rip, this is done. That's how I was looking at that. So we see it come up. You see I've dropped the line right there now, just so I know to watch it. But it's sitting right here, so it's right there in front of me to say, okay, if this thing does not break, you're done. Needs rest off of the 5. Need rest off of the 10. So not the best entry right there. That's why we didn't take a full stop. But let's watch it. Look at it. See how it's not breaking that area? That's not what you want to see. You want to see it break. So I tighten my stop up. If this thing drops below 9 moving average, which I'm really paying more attention to this candle right there. You see, I tighten it up a little bit more because I'm like, nope, it's failing. Scroll it on up and look, watch what this thing does. Ouch, 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 ouch. So would have took a full stop. So that was me just kind of reading the chart. Shouldn't have got in there in the first place. So I'm back looking at BP. Could have got in BP off of this little pullback right there. Again, already hitting target. Let's keep scrolling it on through. And you see I had put an order in on BP for that break. But look right there. I'm going to pause it. I took it out of the system because this could possibly peekaboo me in and then bounce higher. So the proper entry would have been to let that break and then pull back and then get in. So these are trades that I used to take in the past and get blazed on. So I thought that one out a little bit more. Like, don't take it right there as it breaks the low because it could peekaboo and then reverse. And then I got a W bottom that I'm trading into. So I come over, I look at the VIX. VIX is getting a little pullback right there. So let's keep moving. Come over looking at AR. AR was on the short list this morning. But look, we're setting higher lows and higher highs. So I'm like, all right, if this can hold the VWAP, again, not a good entry, and I take it out. Because it hasn't held the VWAP. So that was not a good entry right there. Come back over to FIS, which blazed us the first time. I'm getting in for it to break this area. Another one that I got blazed on in the past. But come down here, look at the 30. Because I've switched over to the 30 now from the 1 minute. 30 is given a 3-bar play. It did peekaboo just a little bit higher than that first candle. But I think it still would be a good entry. But need this candle to finish. And it has 22 minutes. Shouldn't be taking this trade off of the 2 minute like that. Not a good entry. So let's see if we get triggered in. Because this thing, look what it did. It peekabooed over. Not a good entry. And we're triggered in at this point. It gave me all the time in the world to not take this trade. Let's speed it up. This is AR. We did get triggered into AR. Again, like I said, this was not a good entry because I needed to see it retest and then go. So let's kind of scroll this one up. CRM, this was another one that Evan had mentioned that he was either looking at or he took going short on. I think he did get in this one down here. This was one Again, I want to see a pullback and retest. Buying that low, I have gotten blazed in the past, and I don't like them flames. But this is AR. You see, it's trying to go, but nah. So you see, I moved my target way down to break even. I'm like, all right, let this thing pop back up. If it tags me, I'm good. My mentality lately has been, I don't mind watching them go. If I'm in a trade and it does not feel like it's a good trade, get out. If it keeps going, so be it. Either I can find a opportunity to get back in it, or I just watch it go. But that one wasn't a good one. Looking at BA, come back to AR. You see I'm tightening the stop up on this one now. It eventually does pull back. You see I moved the stop up a little bit, trying to see if it's going to break. It does not. So I get out. Let's watch it. So when it makes that little move, I moved the stop up. I'm like, so at least this way, I won't lose money. So got out. That's why you saw the little 66 on the chart. I come back over to Boeing. At this point, the market is kind of bouncing. So any short trades are going to be fighting against what the market is doing. So I took that one out when I noticed it. And if you notice, all of these short ideas are kind of pulling back up. This was another one that that Evan was looking at. So let's see, what was that one? Keep scrolling. Oh, this was Johnson & Johnson. This was one that was again on that previous high of day. We see it breaking previous high of day right there. This one's previous high of day, nothing there. It's just because it's on previous high of day, still got to find a pattern to get into. So fast, we ended up taking a trade on fast. Let's keep scrolling through. So we see J&J came back. It's holding previous high of day. And that's why I got in. Let's watch it. Yep, there we go, right there. This is extended pretty good on the 5. As we get this late in the morning, it's best to kind of watch what that 5 minute is looking like. If it's looking extended, then might not be the best idea to try to go long until it can get some rest. But I'm getting in this because it's looking like it's going to hold previous high of day. Watch what this thing does. Got our order sitting there, peekabooed me in, and rolled over. So back looking at the VIX. I get in the VIX. This one I pull it up, see where my target is at. 1026, yep. So let's scroll it on up. Let me look at that one again. Another bad entry. Yeah, this doesn't really have room. This does not. It's only got room to right there. Getting in off that candle, stop down there. The room is not really there in none of these trades this morning. Now this one was looking halfway decent on this 5 minute pullback. This was one that Evan had brought to my attention on the pullback. He's like, well, how does that 5 minute look? And I'm like, 5 minute looks good. I did notice this right here. So would want to see it get above this 50 moving average, which you see on the 2 minute. You see them on all of the charts. This one I need to see what that line is because that's not accurate. But all of these are set to the same time frame. So I want to see it above the 50 moving average because that 50, look how it respected it right there, keeping the stock down. So That's what it's all about, using the multiple time frames and then using the indicators. I usually won't take an indicator to get into a trade, but I'll use it to keep me from getting into a trade. So right there, it would have been used to keep me from getting into this trade until it was above that. So let's speed this one up a little bit and look at it go. So I'm like, okay, and you see right where it came to, right where it came to. So not a good entry. A lot of these, when I was getting into them, and there it goes. I didn't want to enter until that 5 minute finished. But now getting into it right there, first area of concern is right there. It's not going to give you enough room to get 1R out of the trade, so I shouldn't be taking it. Only time that I'll take a trade where there isn't 1R in the trade is like on a 3-bar play, because those are momentum moves, and when they go, they go. It's going to take off, and it should bust right through that area. If it doesn't, then that gives room to worry. That was like the one yesterday that I took, 3-bar play. It didn't bust through the area. Then it kind of consolidated over, and then it broke through the area. But I was expecting it to just break through and go. So we didn't get it. And like I said, this one here, I'm looking, I'm like, nope, that's not good. Look where my target is at, way up there. Like, nope, not a good trade. Get me back. Let me scroll it on up. And then I go and I get in it anyway. But this time I tightened it up just a little bit. So you see the target is not quite as far away. And now I'm watching 48.26 because it needs to break 48.26. And you see, it's only half a R. It wasn't even a full R. So now I'm like, nope, let's get this stop up to break even. I needed to push one good time so that I don't get caught in the spread trying to move it. So like right now is a good time to move it. Should have been moved. So boom, I'm moving it up, because if this doesn't set a new high, we just set a new low. We just set a new higher low. I mean, a new lower high. There we go. A new lower high. If this thing doesn't go and break it, because this is going to be a pivot if it starts coming back down. So let's speed it up. Boom, we get tagged. Right now, this thing can turn and rip. I won't care, because the way I was reading that, I'm good with it. So we're back over here looking at J&J. And at this point now, what are we? Yeah, we're in the red right now. We're in the red a couple of dollars. So we're still in that VIX trade that we took. And this one here, this was another one that it just like, let me get out of it. I need this to break this area, and it's fighting. It didn't break it. So I am tightening the stop up at this point. Like, no. And like I said, these are those ones. If it goes, it goes. So we get it to pop. I get stopped to break even. Won't lose no money. It's up a half R. Tightening it up. Just trying to chase it up at this point, because I know it's going to roll eventually. And then boom, look at what it does. That big rollover. Look at the line right there. That's area of concern. Look where it came to. Area of concern, rolled over. So I just got whatever little profit I could out of it. And if it goes, it goes. So looking at BP. BP just grinded down slowly all morning. Market had finally turned and kind of started going down. So that's why I took a short. Didn't really want to take any shorts with the market doing what it was doing. Looking at J&J to go short. Again, the market is kind of letting you move with it. And there's J&J. I tighten up the stop on BP, take it to break even. I'm playing strong defense. Playing strong defense on these. If it comes back and tags me, I'm good. But let's see what we can get out of it. And look, you see it's moving. We up a little over half hour. So now I'm just trying to lock in profit. Trying to get back green on the morning. Comes and tags us. And that was a good stop out. I don't know if I go back to BP to see what it does. But BP like just fades and goes back higher after that. So I get in this short on J&J. Again, just trying to make back a little bit of money. That quick we were out of it. So let me go there. Let's look at it. Getting in. Stop on the top of that candle. Theoretically or realistically, trying to play this back down to the VWAP. So it goes against us a little bit. We get a decent little pop. I get out of it for a small gain right there. And then look, bounces back up. Back looking at the VIX. Remember, we got out of this one. Like I said, I don't mind if I don't like how I'm in the trade, I don't mind getting out. But then look, I jump right back in it. And look what it does. It comes right up to that area right there. And now, again, this is an ugly trade. I'm like, I want out of this trade. Boom. I get out of it for a couple of cents. Looking at AR. AR was one that it's on the short list this morning. Let's scroll through these real quick. Man, we already at our 30 minutes. I don't record that last one. But
Oh, I didn't catch that spread.
yeah, see, I'm look at the spread on that thing. It's like a 20-cent spread.
I did not catch that.
Yeah, it's like a 20-cent spread. So soon I just needed to, as soon as I was in, like right now, I should be out. Look at it, it won't let me out. Because I'm in that spread and then it just goes against me. I'm like, come on. Look, it tagged where I was at.
That's great.
Didn't let me get out. And that's why I don't like trading these spready stocks. And it's what? An hour and a half into the market and it's still that spready. And there it goes. Look at that wicked tail that it just threw. Just trying to watch this one, then we're going to wrap this up. Let me speed it up. I'm trying to get to where it stops me out at. Bam, there it goes. Let me back it up. Look at that. So I'm looking at this thinking, okay, it's going to push down. Look at it. It's going to push down, get me out of the trade, break even. That's all I want. I don't want no money. Boom. Stop me out for $55. That quick. And this was when I was like, okay, let's flip this one. Let's flip it and let's go long. So I get in. All I want is VWAP. And you see I'm tightening my stop up right behind it. Let's get this to break VWAP and we can kind of move it up. It tags us. We make back. Right there would have got us back break even on the stock. But I know VWAP is gonna give it a little problem. This was a J&J when I missed. Let's see, did we get in this one? Yep. This was one I got out too soon also, man. Just chasing the stop again. Tags me, make a couple of bucks on it, but then that thing kept going lower. And then let's see. Nope. See, this is the right share size. 80-cent stop, 60 shares. That's right. But I had put 200 in. So over there, get in FIS. Looking for this just to get back up to that area. Now look. Let's see. FIS, we get out basically break even once this thing makes that move. But did you notice I had 200 in the system on that FedEx order? I didn't notice that. And it triggered me in. Let's speed this up. And I ended up having to I stopped it. I thought I hit the pause button because I had a call come in. Stopped it. And didn't get to see how that FedEx trade actually played on camera. But that was it. That was it. That was our morning. But like I said, that was a ugly morning. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it. As always, I'd like to tell you thank you for checking me out, because that's 30 minutes of your time if you still here watching that you did not have to spend. Please like, please comment, please subscribe if you are so inclined. Enjoy your weekend. It's looking a little ugly outside. I'm gonna have to get out there and go cut my grass real quick and get out in the shop, do some work. But hopefully y'all have a good weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We're gonna be back at it on Monday. Let's take a quick peek though. Let's take a quick peek at TRADERVUE before we get out of here. I hadn't looked at the details for the month. It's been a fairly lackluster month this month. We're only up 725. Average daily gains, 1R. Average winning trade, a half a R. Average losing trade, 1R. Largest loss, $100, not good. Largest gain, 150. This is probably when we was doing $75. This is good. 71 or 72.26. This is why we can make money with these numbers like this, because our accuracy has improved over the 65.35. But still need to work on that. At least being 1R. At least being 1R. Only day that we've lost money on was Tuesday. That's good. We see that 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is our best hour. So that's good. All intradays under 1 minute, we are red, $188. Ouch. 10 to 20 minutes, we are down, and all the other time frames we good on. Let's look at wins to losses. 14 green days, 2 red days. Total gains on those 1046, and we've gave back 320 on those losing days. Let's look at the calendar. We just seen what the wins losses were. Let's see where we at. Overview. So let's look at our losing days. Yeah, losing days pretty substantial. This is what was good this week. We pretty much made 2R every day this week except the 1R day right there. So that was pretty good. Got to work on these. That's a 3R losing day. That's a little over a 3R losing day. And our biggest days have been 2R. So don't really need to be losing more than we making, but we're good. We're keeping it green in this crazy market. So that is a plus. That's the plus, but gonna wrap it up. We'll see y'all back at it again on Monday. All right. Peace.